How to use a crystal ball. I can teach you how to use a crystal ball, and what's even better is that I've got my own crystal ball and I've used it to see the future quite effectively. In this video I'm going to teach you not only how to use a crystal ball, but also why using a crystal ball works and how you can use anything in place of a crystal ball to focus your third eye and learn how to see visions. Before we get into the video, I want to warn you that it can be a bit freaky at first when you get success using the crystal ball to see visions. It can lead you to some dark places, but all of that comes from fear, and so I'll explain what's actually going on so that you don't fall into that trap. Deal? Seeing things in a crystal is reliant on unfocusing your conscious mind. So if you want to know how to do this, keep watching. Remember, if this is your first time here, then please consider subscribing, ding the bell button to be notified of future uploads, and let's get going. Hi guys, welcome back to Real World Magic, where we make your life more magical. My name's Neil Trigger, I'm going to be your magical host, and in today's video, I'm talking about how to use a crystal ball. Crystal balls are a tool used in scrying, and scrying is a way of getting knowledge of things you wouldn't normally know about. With that said, you might start to wonder whether a crystal ball can only be used to see the future, and the simple answer is absolutely not. A crystal ball, like any form of scrying, can be used to find out any information at all, from knowledge of the future to visions of somewhere far away, looking into the minds of others, or even getting their intentions. Anything you can imagine may come to you by looking into the depths of the crystal. Scrying using crystals, like all scrying, is a form of magic, but most people wouldn't like it included in magic. Tough. I'm afraid that magic is magic, it makes no apologies, and neither do I. So how do crystal balls work? Well, I'm not really sure the crystal ball itself is really the thing that works here. It's like asking how a car works. Cars can't drive themselves, well, most of them can't, and so crystal balls are also the same. They can't tell the future on their own. What crystal balls can do is allow the scryer, that's you by the way, to focus. It's a bit like white noise. I'm making a video about white noise, by the way, and that's going to be linked up here when it goes live. But for now, let me explain. White noise, like crystals, allows the magic worker to focus and change the state of their consciousness to tune into a different realm. Of course, that sounds pretty much mumbo-jumbo, doesn't it? I can understand if you think that I'm going all new agey or weird on you right now, but I assure you I'm not. Sticking with reality and science for a second, let's talk about hypnosis, because scrying, using a crystal ball, is very much like going into a hypnotic trance. Remember what hypnosis is. It's a natural state. We go into trances all the time, and that's perfectly normal to slip into a trance when driving, walking, or even running somewhere. And that's what happens when you arrive somewhere and seem to have forgotten how you got there. You just went into a trance and time just zipped you by. With crystal gazing, you'll find that you don't see visions in the same way as you see this elephant.
Hello?
Hi Frank, would you mind if I do this part on my own?
Why?
Well, it's just I'm trying to be taken seriously.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Yeah, so visions in crystal balls aren't like that, weird as it might be. Instead, you'll see visions using your third eye. Of course, your third eye is a misleading term because it's not an actual eye at all. It's more like seeing it using your mind or your unconscious. Now, it's very hard to explain this to anyone who has not had this experience before, but you need to believe me when I say that it is completely real, unlike this elephant.
Hello?
Frank, what are you doing here again?
I want to present the show.
No, maybe later.
Like right now.
No, later.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
So the point is that you won't see physical images, but your memory of it will be the same as if you did. So this bit is a bit weird, and this is perhaps where it gets a little bit complicated. You see, when you see visions in your crystal ball, and I'll explain how to do that in a minute, you'll think you might just be imagining stuff, and perhaps you are. So let's start the actual lessons right now, and I'll teach you how you can start scrying using a crystal ball today. Of course, if you don't have a crystal ball, don't panic. You can do what the ancients used to do and gaze into inked water or a silver bowl or a mirror or a candle flame or anything that will focus your mind. Even a cloth has been used in the past. For me, I'm going to use a crystal ball because my gorgeous wife gave it to me for Christmas in the year 2000 when she was just 17.
Wowee.
Now, you may not believe me, but I used a crystal ball to predict a car crash, a baby, and a whole host of other pretty dramatic things that all came true very accurately and very quickly after I saw them. So why do I think that crystal ball gazing really does work? And I do believe that, by the way. Well, for me, crystal ball gazing is about unfocusing your mind. I know I said that at the beginning, but this unfocused state is a bit like hypnosis, where you're working with the unconscious mind. I've mentioned this before on other videos like this one, but the cool thing about the unconscious mind is that it's kind of like your superpower. Your unconscious mind is more powerful than most people can imagine. It's not only the part of you that controls breathing and blinking, but it controls a million other little things too. It's not just your brain, but your heart, your skin, your eyes, even your endocrine or hormonal system. Crystal ball gazing is just a technique developed throughout history to get your conscious mind out of the way and allow the infinite divine you to shine through. And if that didn't sound new agey, I don't know what will. My point is that you need to focus with everything you have into the depths of the crystal. So let's talk through how to actually see things in the depths, because that's the good stuff and that's why you're here, right? Let's start by working out what media you're going to use. Is it a crystal ball, or a rock, or a handful of sand, or salt, or herbs, or grass? It really doesn't matter. Either way, you should have something to look into. A crystal ball may be convenient if you've got one, but it's not absolutely essential. Take whatever it is in both hands and cup it gently. The exact position isn't as important as the fact that you need to be comfortable and still. You need to be able to relax, and you won't be relaxed if you're worried about dropping things, getting cramp, or whether or not you're doing something correctly. Just chill out for a bit. Just you and your crystal ball. And if you're not using a crystal ball, by the way, every time I say crystal ball, imagine I'm talking about whatever it is that you are using, okay? Next, begin to breathe. While I'm explaining this, you might think about hypnosis and how the steps are pretty much the same, and they are. You need to relax. So if this worries you, it shouldn't. We're not going under, we're simply allowing better communication with your unconscious, powerful mind. Now, begin to gaze. This isn't simply looking, it's looking deeply. It's a bit like looking into a 3D magic eye picture that was so popular in the 1990s. Unfocus your eyes. Look through your crystal ball. It's like a mist or a fog. Gaze deeper. You might start to feel a bit weird. Don't pull back. Lean in deeper. Lean towards the light, if you will. Towards that knowledge. Lean deeper. Push yourself forward. Whenever I do it, it feels like a gate made of clouds that needs to open. I then feel images. I don't see them as such. I feel certain images are coming to me. It's a weird feeling and very hard to explain, but it's very real. If you are like me, you'll find that visions leave much faster than they actually arrive. So you'll want to have a pen and paper handy to jot down everything you saw. And that's pretty much it. To a large extent, the rest is simply practice. All you need to do is to be in a quiet place, try those steps, and take your time with it. So, step 1. Gather something to look at. Step 2. Go somewhere quiet. Step 3. Take some time to breathe. Step 4. Relax your body and your vision. Step 5. Wait. And step 6. Write down what you see. Remember to not beat yourself up if you don't see anything to begin with. Maybe take a break and try again later, or just chill out and give it more time. Either way, remember that it's a skill that takes time. And so that's it from me for another video. If you like this video, please click the like button and consider subscribing. If you do subscribe, please do click that bell button so that you don't miss out next time I upload something too, or go live. You can even join this channel down below by clicking the join button down there right next to the subscribe button. Remember that I've got tons of magical stuff over on my shop and freebies on my website too. They make great gifts for Christmas or birthdays. Links are down in the description. I'll be back next week with some more magical awesomeness, but until then, as always,
Very magical.
they'd make great grifts.
Please subscribe to Real World Magic. While you're there, click the bell button to be notified of future uploads, and have a look at all of my social stuff. Remember to donate on Patreon if you really liked it, and I'll see you again next week.